This is Division 1 matchup featuring the Oregon Ducks and the University of Utah State Utes. Starting lineups for the City matchup first for the Oregon Ducks. The defense number 43, Austin Pulitz. Defense number 15, Hunter Wells. Forward number 27, Austin Farnholm. Forward number 14, Isaiah Schreiters. Forward number 37, Griffin Mitchin. And a call for the Ducks in the City, number 32, Henry Bradford. Starting lineup for your University of Utah State Utes. At left defense, number 3, Stephen Powell. Right defense, number 8, Sam Brickley. Left wing, number 11, Jay Lancusin. Center, number 15, Landon Landenberger. Right wing, number 23, McKay Bond. And goal receiving for State Utes, number 30, Landon Henderson. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to put down the rise and your caps for the city of this evening's national anthem. Once again, welcome back to the Ash for this evening's national anthem, Miss Allie Brown.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Utah Hockey Broadcast. I am Patrick McGann alongside my color voice, Nia Suchia, tonight in Salt Lake City for the Utes and the Oregon Ducks as Utah faces their first Division II opponent this season, I believe, in the Oregon Ducks, making the trip down from Eugene. Interesting story in those Oregon Ducks. They are running for a chance to play in the M1 division next season. They are eligible to do so, and so they're going to get some M1 opponents on their schedule this year, and Utah is one of them. They make the trip to Salt Lake City.
That's right. They also, just before coming here, they played Grand Canyon University, and then last night they played Utah State University, the D2 team.
So the team, funny enough, they actually played the team that the men's 2 Utah team just played. So Oregon killing a couple birds with one stone by getting the M2 opponent out of the way at Utah State, and now playing Utah here at men's 1 division. We'll see how this goes for Oregon. They are one of the top teams at that men's Division 2 level, in first place in the Pac-8 currently, which is their division. And we're facing a pretty good Utah team tonight. Puck's down on the ice. We're underway here in Salt Lake City for game 1 between the University of Utah and the University of Oregon. Right away, Utah on possession. They take a shot. It's blocked by the shin guard of the Duck, and they take over, and they take it the other way. They send it all the way in. Stick save. Anderson is going to cover up as 13 seconds expire on the clock here in period number 1 in Salt Lake City.
So one thing I'm noticing right off the bat is physically the Ducks team seems quite a bit smaller than the Utes.
And then honestly, that's just kind of part of the Division II to Division I jump. You recruit obviously better talent at that level, but that's correct, Anita. You can see it already just a little bit, just the height differential in some of these guys already.
We'll see how it plays out in speed and skill.
As Utah wins that draw. This will not affect Utah's rating in the WCHL, as here comes the Utes on the attack. Not conference games.
In fact, I'm wondering, do they even get points for this since it's a D2 team?
They'll go towards their ACHA totals, but I believe that points-wise in the WCHL standings, this won't help them.
Yeah, it won't kind of same thing.
As the stick of Anderson comes out to help Paulo, and he gives it off to Brickley here as he skates it forward for the Utes. Brickley dumps it in. Chasing after it is Landon Kuzik. Utah in their blacks tonight. Officially considered a road uniform, I believe, but I like
very stylish black uniforms.
Black uniforms are one of the sharpest ones we wear. As Utah has a shot. It was King's shot that was blocked by the defenseman there from Oregon, Nick Slayton, the product of Phoenix, Arizona. He dumps it all the way in. Chasing after it now. It's going to be Narvaez for Utah. Puck sent back the other way. Dylan Dix to recover. He does so. Puck on a stick. Gets it out. Utes the other way. Cross ice pass. Narvaez. Shot. Hits the pad there. And eventually finds his way out. King on the puck. Tries to send it back the other way. He does so. He's going to hop off the ice for a change as Narvaez tries to get the puck back into the Oregon zone. He does so. Puck played off the boards and forward. Just missed the stick there of Maher. Newton passes it up to Erdis. He dumps it all the way in. Chasing after it is Wyatt Light. Puck's on the way around the corner there. Ooh. Light has possession. He's hit hard along the boards. As Oregon now takes over. Strategios with the puck for the Ducks. Goes the other way. Back into their own end. Pressuring now for the Utes was Muller. Oregon the other way. As now to be Utah. They try and get the puck out, but it's taken over there by the Ducks. Back the other way they come. It's Minchin. Skates it in.
Interesting to see how Utah tests the Oregon goalie. I mean, at the D2 level, I believe it's Henry Bradford who's in the net tonight. Anyway, he's got a 2.8 goals against average and a .910 save percentage. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good for ACHA D2 there. As here come the Utes into the zone. There's a shot gloved up there. You see the glove there of Bradford.
And I'm not sure. I mean, I'm just, is that number 32 in net? I think that's 32. In that case, that's Henry Bradford according to the starting lineup. And then he's actually not had as many games as their other goalie, Rodney Peterson.
He appears to be their clear-cut starter there for the Oregon Ducks. They win the face-off, they get the puck out of the zone, they come back the other way. A couple of bodies fall down in the neutral zone. Utah takes over and they dump it in. Chow, that is, getting it all the way. The puck in deep for the Utes. As it's Colts for Oregon. And around behind the net, loses a stick. And Oregon breaks it out the other way. Here they come. Skating it in, they have a shot, good save. Anderson. As some tensions flare as this is a Pac-12 rivalry in other sports. Obviously, Pac-12 hockey is not a thing, but in other sports, this I would say is definitely a rivalry. Ironically enough, Oregon football and Utah football are playing right now as we speak. So you can consider this a rivalry, even though Utah and Oregon haven't met since 2015 when Utah was a Division II team. Last time these two teams met. As Oregon has possession now in the Utah zone. That's taken away by Landon Kuzik. He kind of makes a move, though, and loses the puck. And Oregon takes over once again. Here they come on possession. Play it behind the boards, or behind the net, excuse me. They get it out. Oregon holding their own so far here against the Utes. who knows, maybe in the future we could see them in the Utah division of the WCHL, but for the time being, at least for the next couple of years, that most likely will not be happening, but crazier things have happened. Here they come into the zone. It's Utah. Landon Kuzik pinned along the boards, taken away by the Ducks.
And geographically, we're probably one of the closest teams to them in the
interestingly,
in the WCHL.
You can almost even call the WCHL almost like the Southwest Collegiate Hockey League. It's mostly teams down in the Southwest. I'd say Utah is one of the northernmost located teams. Like you just said, Utah would be the closest team to Eugene, and by bus, that's about 12, 13 hours. So
that's a haul. Even by Western standards, that's a haul.
As King will take the draw here for the Utes. Urtis a shot, and a good save there by Bradford off the faceoff from the stick of Michael Urtis. He sends a backwards pass. Excuse me, that was White. Point pass Narvaez. He's a shot tipped, and it goes wide.
Almost feels like Utah is still kind of just feeling them out rather than being super aggressive from the start.
Definitely both teams still kind of feeling each other out. Oregon coming out definitely with some high-octane offense, but pretty evenly matched so far, but that's a good point, Anita. Utah does definitely look like they're feeling out the Ducks a little bit, just trying to see what they can and can make work in the Duck zone as it's King. Stick handles it around.
I noticed Utah assistant coach Rob Feeney was up here at our level, kind of overlooking practice and warm-ups, and I think he was watching the Ducks.
Oh, the classic coach is watching the other team warm up. You always see just trying to scout out your team a little bit more. It's Urtis a shot. It's tipped.
You can only see much. You can only see so much in video.
You do your video studying, and then you're like, okay, number 28, he's a really good player. I'm gonna take a look at him in a warm-ups, or what's the book on this goaltender? We shooting high, we shooting low. So warm-ups always a fun time. I love watching warm-ups. It's really fun to see. Both teams going at it early on, but Moeller taking the draw here for Utah, and Oregon's gonna win it. Won by the Ducks. It was William Baird. As here come the Ducks with the pros, and he's hit along the boards pretty hard.
Yeah, got stood up right by the blue line. Is that by Dylan Dix? Yeah, not surprising.
None other than Dylan Dix. He's the
Dix doesn't lose many of those.
Player.
Yeah, Dix doesn't lose many of those one-on-ones.
That was Bo Slater on the puck. It was tipped away. Sent all the way out of the zone. Brickley, pass to his defensive line mate, Dix. It looks like that's the pairing for them tonight, Brickley and Dix, interestingly enough. Slater centering pass, bounces off the stick there of Ryan Worth.
Yeah, we're seeing a few, little bit of a mixed change in lineups tonight, right? Things got mixed up a little bit.
Coach Feeney just changed up the lines a little bit, keep the Ducks on their toes. Anderson freezes that puck up, 13:48 to go in the first period. Utah out shooting the Ducks 6-2 early on here in the first period.
And I guess, from the Utes' point of view, this is a good chance to try some new things because it doesn't hurt you.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And so if you wanted to try something new, this is your opportunity to see how it works in game time, real game time.
Yes.
And the Ducks aren't going to be a rollover.
Right. And as of right now, it looks as if Utah may not win that WCHL. Obviously, still a lot of hockey left to be played, but I think Utah for nationals is going to be playing for that auto bid to be in that top 25 teams to get in. And so the more I think about it now, these games, obviously, yeah, like you were saying, you want to try some things out, but you don't want to lose to a D2 team and then maybe have your ranking drop more than you'd like it to, as here come the Ducks into the Utah zone. It's Otto Chow.
Right, and Utah right now is just kind of hovering on that bubble. They're at 18, up actually 3 from 21. The first ranking, they were actually ranked at 14 or 15, but pretty high.
Yeah, Utah, they've been the teens for the majority of the season, which is a huge improvement over the last couple of years. They've been looking very good this year on the ice. They've been in every game they've played, I should say most games they've played, they've been in them. So Utah definitely a force to be reckoned with at the D1 level, and Oregon kind of trying to follow that same path as Utah, as we kind of could tell, as they want to jump up to that D1 level. They've been approved to do so. So we shall see how hockey in the West continues to shape up, as that faceoff was won sideways there, not really by any team, but Utah's going to get possession of that puck and skate it all the way down. Langenbrunner stick handles the puck. Has the puck around the net. Tries to have a wraparound. Hits the pad of Bradford and goes the other way.
It kind of strikes me. I've been listening to podcasts. I try to listen to some of the podcasts here about news around the league, and everyone except I think perhaps us here in Utah are surprised at how well the Skaten Utes have done this season.
Yeah, for sure.
If you ask the coaches and the staff here, I don't think they're surprised, but we have become a surprise and making a name for ourselves in the rest of the ACHA and the rest of the league. We're getting some notice.
I'm sure there's a lot of teams that thought they were going to come in and get an easy win, and they either lost or got a close game out of us. And Utah, just the recruiting out of Salt Lake City, just they're hitting the recruiting show pretty hard. And Utah just improving their team year in, year out now. And next couple of years are going to be some exciting ones for the Utes. That puck is sent all the way down. Stretch pass that didn't work out. Doesn't go for icing as Anderson played the puck. King plays it along the boards, taken over by the Ducks. Big hit along the boards there by McKay Pond. Here comes Captain Alex King. Forward pass, Lana Kusick makes a move, gets around the player there. Gordon, he got around, is now in possession will be Austin Poltz. Player out of Calgary, Alberta, Canadian.
Yeah, Oregon's got a number of Canadian players on their roster, which I was really surprised. Well, maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but it was interesting to note.
Be interesting to hear how they do their recruiting up there in Eugene, and it'll be. It's always great to have more Division I teams. Obviously, you want so many teams playing at the top level at ACHA, and it's awesome to hear stories like them, San Diego State, and plenty of other schools, and even Utah, just moving up and increasing the competition, and hopefully all these schools continue to grow, and someday there'll be a Pac-12 of hockey. So that puck's all the way down, doesn't go for icing. Narvaez sends it around, chasing that puck down is Fortney for the Ducks. They are now on possession in the Utah zone. Point-to-point pass to Gordon. He keeps the puck in the zone, has a shot, goes wide, chasing it down now for Oregon is Poltz, but it gets out. And now here comes Light the other way with his speed. Wide Light, and he loses an edge. And goes behind the net. That puck hits and deflected out of play with 10:41 to go in the first period between Oregon and Utah.
Yeah, Wyatt Light is getting some notice as well around the league. He scored 2 goals, I believe, in one of the games at Grand Canyon. So he's starting to, and everyone's noticing his speed and stick handling skills. So he's starting to get some notice.
And he's not even a new recruit. He's a guy that's been here for a couple of years now. So he's just building his skills year in, year out. You can see the training he's doing in the offseason really helping him out. And this year his brother now joining the team. Unfortunately, his brother out with an injury. Occurred at Arizona State a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully he could be back later in the year, maybe for a Nationals run. Who knows?
And if you look at the top 5 scores, actually I picked up the top 6 for Utah. It's kind of split between the returning players and the new players. You got Shaylan DeCusick and Jamie Langenbrunner, who are both up there. But then again, you have the Wyatt Light and who else has we got up there? Wyatt Light and Alex King. And Alex King, who's a returner. And then Benjamin Michael is another new player who's adding to the scoring.
A lot of skilled players that the Utes have brought in, and you have that veteran leadership mixed with these younger guys coming in. It makes for a good team as Oregon now has the puck in their own end. It was Poltz who was pinned up along the boards there for the Ducks. Tape-to-tape pass there for the Ducks. Maher had it. Now it's Dix in the neutral zone, skates it across the blue line. Retrieving is Nick Slayton. Forward pass on a Maher, skates it in across the blue line. Maher stick handling, centering pass in front, sticked away by Landon Anderson. Centering pass, also patted away by Anderson once again. Point pass for the Ducks, tipped away from Utah. Bo Slater on the tip. Utah bringing it out the other way. Dump it in, goes wide. Now it's Muller. Muller skating it in with some speed. Getting it in deep behind the Oregon nets, and it'll be Noonan skating over to make sure that puck stays in the zone. He dumps it in. now to be Oregon once again. Slayton the other way. And dumped in. Utah's going to get a change, and so will Oregon. A defensive change, I should say. Paulo and Noonan remain out there for the Utes. Noonan at the point, a shot gloved up by
That was a
Bradford.
nifty little glove save. I think also we should point out Utah has some outstanding goalkeepers. You've got Landon Anderson, Connor Mock, who I think has been kind of day by day, right? I'm not sure if he's suited up tonight, but both experienced goaltenders who have come back. And Landon Anderson in particular, he's returning, who's really improved between the last time you saw him and this
Absolutely.
season.
And he's had his fair share of giving up, 6 goals a game against really good teams like UNLV, who Utah played very well a couple of weeks ago. And now he's, again, just like I said about Wyatt Light, most of these guys, their off-season routines are just the routines that set them up to be in tip-top shape for the season. We've seen that so far. There you go. A nice blocker save by Landon Anderson.
And I think, these improvements, too, we should credit the new coaching staff.
That as well.
A.J. Bolden, the GM, went out and took the time during COVID to really take a hard look and do a good job of finding coaches he really thought would help the program, and I would say he succeeded.
I would say so, too. The team looks fantastic this year as now it's Utah. Milik, a shot, he brings it in, around. It doesn't go in somehow.
How
Hit a
did
body
it
in
not
front. The
go
puck's still
in?
loose as it's bouncing around in the crease and sent all the
How
way
did
out by
that
the
not
Ducks.
go in?
And it'll be Noonan.
Is that Jovi Milic?
It was.
21?
He got a nice shot off there. I thought he had himself a goal, but that puck's frozen up
I
by
think
Bradford.
he thought so too.
7:35 to go in the first period between the Ducks and the Utes.
I think it looks to me like Utah's starting to turn on a little bit now.
I agree. They're laying some more shots there on Bradford as they are out shooting the Ducks 7-3 so far this period. Kuzik at the puck, and nice defense there from Slayton. As Oregon just opts to get the puck out of the zone.
Ooh, nice hit over there by the Oregon bench.
Now here come the Ducks into the zone. They make a nice move, and the puck goes wide. Dix takes over. And Brickley plays it along the boards.
Or he tries to, but it hit a seam and bounced back right in his face.
They're not perfectly flat sometimes, and you see that. Hit a stanchion and whatnot. Because here comes Landon Kuzik stick handling into the zone. Has a shot gloved up there by Bradford as he bobbled it a little bit, but gets the referees to blow the whistle.
I probably shouldn't be critical, but I'm not sure I quite like the Oregon Ducks jersey with the goofy duck face. The goofy duck face in the front.
They've been featured actually on ESPN a couple of times there. I remember reading an article from them a couple of years ago, and ESPN did a deep dive into all the jerseys around college hockey, whether it's ACHA or whatnot. And
ooh, nice blocker save there. And how did it turn out?
They were
Did they get thumbs up?
recognized. They were in the, I believe, the top
Really?
15 or something like
Okay.
that. But
Well, I guess I'm just like, I don't know what. I don't have the same taste.
as here comes Narvaez, there's a shot. It goes wide. There's another shot.
stick
It's kind of
save.
different from their football team. Is their football team sometimes wears like neon yellow or whatever it is.
Oh, that's right.
They have some kind of crazy colors up there, but
Yeah, the color. I think the colors are really nice. It's just the goofy duck face. I think I just kind of look and go. It doesn't really inspire
the logo isn't used as much.
intimidation. I think
They're
it's like a happy, cute little squeezy duck.
not very intimidating, huh?
No, it's like a little rubber ducky for your bathtub kind of duck. I don't know. Most teams they have like a snarling wolf or a scratching bobcat, and you got a smiling happy duck. Okay, I'll stop now before I get in trouble.
That's okay, Oregon. Oregon fans, if you're watching, we appreciate you tuning in. If you're watching from Eugene, wherever you're watching from, it's certainly amazing to have Oregon back here. I mean, it's been a long time, like I was saying, since these two teams have played each other, so it's great to have another face-off against a West Coast foe, I guess you could say.
Well, in a Pac-12.
Pac-12,
Pac-12 member.
Obviously, yes. Yeah, these two institutions are members of the Pac-12, Not in hockey, though. I mean, this is the ACHA. There's no Pac-12 in hockey, just to emphasize that even more. But the universities as a whole are Pac-12 institutions. So these two teams see each other lots and lots in other sports and have their respective rivalries. As now here comes Utah. There's a big hit there on Moeller. And referees think it was clean. I think that was a clean hit. Both
I think
players
Moeller was actually starting to like lose an edge anyway.
And the Oregon player was going for the puck and knocked him over. Hopefully he's okay.
And I think Moeller was starting to fall, which means he couldn't protect himself, right? Because he's already losing his balance, and it looked really bad. He's got a big snow smear on the back of his breeches there.
It's like the saying in baseball: if your uniform isn't dirty, you didn't have a good day.
Yeah, there you go.
As Oregon has possession of the puck after the face-off.
Oh, another hit there. Noonan won that one.
Full music played forward for Utah, and here comes Moeller. Skates across the blue line, makes a nice move, and then he's hit down by the
no
Oregon
call.
defense.
Wow, he got hauled down, but oh well, no whistle.
Oregon playing very physical here in Salt Lake to start out this game. 5 minutes to go, just over 5 minutes to go here in the first period, as it's full music right around the logo. Sunrise getting the puck, and the whistle's going to blow.
For something.
I didn't catch I got the wrong referee. I didn't see the signal.
Yeah, I just saw him point, and that's all I saw, so I didn't see what happened either. Nobody's going to the box.
I guess it would be a hand pass. There was a guy's hand up there with the puck, so it could be a hand pass.
Maybe that's what it was. I missed the hand signal as well, so. And the puck was way up high.
Fortney wins the face-off there for Oregon. He's going to send it out, and it hits a player on the bench, and that's
and bounces back in.
Technically considered out of play, so we'll have a face-off in the exact same spot. It'll be Antonio Nahara trying to face off against Kurt Fortney. Both players taking this face-off, not from the United States, one from Mexico, one from Canada, so pretty cool to see that.
There you go, international face-off.
International face-off, indeed.
NAFTA.
Utah takes the puck over after the face-off. They dump it all the way into the Oregon zone. Nahara chasing that puck down. Chow. And Oregon now takes over once again.
You know, Oregon is not being intimidated at all.
They're here to play, obviously.
Yeah, they are.
They are playing the Utes very well. Very evenly matched game so far for Utah.
It's actually pretty impressive. They are here to win. I mean, you
are.
can see in their mindset, right?
Absolutely is. Now here comes out of Chow with the puck, goes all the way down. And again, like this is it. This is some of the top talent you see in the M2 level, and that's why you see them making that request and getting it granted to go to D1 for ACHA.
Right. So I mean, as good as we've talked about USU is, they actually beat Utah State last night 4-3 in Logan.
Also kind of shows you how good Utah State is too, playing
exactly.
a team like this.
Exactly. Ooh, big hit by McKay.
And here comes Oregon back the other way. They will make a nice move, but triple team.
Somebody
there.
went down. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
And it'll be a trip.
And it's going to be on Utah, unfortunately.
We'll give Oregon the first special teams opportunity this evening.
And again, pretty impressive. Physical game, but we get our first penalty, and well into the period.
Right.
So it's only 3:48 left of the period, and we got our first penalty.
A lot of penalties at the ACHA level, but right, like Anita was saying, when you see a period like this where there's not a penalty until later on, it was just good old-fashioned hockey being played between these two teams, and you see the talent.
So it looks like Steve Paolo is going to sit for a couple minutes for tripping, as we thought.
Good chance for Oregon to take the lead if they can convert on this power play here. Puck's taken away by Landon. He might take this himself instead of dumping it. He's got a man. He's got Langenbrunner.
Oh.
They skated across. It's
perfect
outside.
pair you want for a breakaway. Oh, and then he loses an edge. Man, he's lucky he didn't get his ankle caught up. That was an awkward fall. Ooh, nice stick check.
As still the Oregon, Slayton behind the net.
Boy, Shea Landekuzik is just not going to give up on that forechecking.
So it's Slayton once again, drops off a Fix. Fix skating it into the zone. still has it. Brings it all the way down. Gets the puck deep, but Utah takes over. Narvaez to King. The logo taken away there by the Ducks. Nice poke check there by Courtney. There's a 6 save from Bradford.
That was a smart play. As soon as he crossed the blue line, he figured he might just throw it on net.
Might as well. You never know. It could go in. As King tries to take the puck over. Nice little chip there by him. He has the puck, has a shot, and it careens off.
Wow, that was like a moon ball. King's not giving up either. He's managed to keep. Oh, he dumps it out. Never mind. I thought he was going to try and keep it in.
Waste as much time as they can. Get the puck out, regroup, get some guys down there. Here comes King. He's double teamed to the boards by a couple of Ducks.
You notice it took 2 of them to ride him into the boards.
King's a
he's
big
so
guy.
strong.
Yeah.
He's a strong kid.
He's been playing this game for a long time. As there aren't any players on this team that would have been around the last time Utah and Oregon played, but he would be the closest. He's been on this team for a long time. Veteran leader.
Since he was a freshman, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, they killed that one.
Now here come the Ducks. Rendell. So we're going to shot. And it goes wide. So about 90 seconds remaining here in this first period. There's a shot patted away by Anderson. As that puck goes all the way in. Muller behind the net. A couple of Ducks behind the net doing battle. They win the puck back as they're now skating with Utah back to full strength. Landon Kusik skating the puck behind. Careens off the wall. And it slid backwards there to Brickley. Brickley, Landon Kusik across the ice. Attempted for Moeller, but Oregon sends it back to the Utah zone. Noonan's got a couple of Ducks on him. Tries to dump it out. It hits the referee, and he sends it the opposite way. Now here comes Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner makes a couple of moves, but leaves the puck behind. Landon Kusik keeps the puck in the zone. He skates with it. Continuing possession as he has a pass, shoots. One time they score! McKay Pond on the one-time pass from Landon Kusik. Utah up 1-0. Nice display of passing there as Utah actually brought the puck the opposite direction of the net. And a nice empty net goal there from McKay Pond as he converts, and Utah taking a 1-0 lead.
Just in time, too. Just 23.3 seconds left in the period.
Exactly. 23 seconds to go in the first.
And that was really nice. So Utah effectively killed the penalty, right? And then as soon as they got back to full strength, they score a quick goal.
And so Utah looks like we'll take a 1-goal lead into the locker room. They're not done yet, though. McKay Pond is getting it into the corner. Utah keeps it in. And the horn will sound. And that won things here for the first period of play. Right before that horn sounded, though, Utah converted to make the game a 1-0 lead for them. But we're going to go to the break. Utah leading on the Oregon Ducks after a pretty even first period. Utah leading 1-0. We'll be back for more hockey from Salt Lake City between the University of Oregon and the University of Utah in just a few moments.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the whole
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
have no trip. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to real-world experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might fade and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab your walk and see.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
welcome back to the second period here, folks, in Salt Lake City. I am Patrick McGann alongside Nia Suchia here in Salt Lake City, Utah, for the Ducks and the Utes. The hockey rendition tonight, as Utah leads 1-0 after one, as we're here in the second period between Oregon and Utah. Oregon surrendering their first goal after,
with only 23 seconds left in that
Yes,
first period, just like at the very end, right after the power play. I mean, just right after the penalty kill, I'm sorry.
As Utah now has it in the Oregon zone to start things off.
And that was an entertaining first period. I was
was.
pretty impressed with how hard Oregon came out and how well they played. They did get outshot, but I don't think they got, I would have to say, I don't think they got outplayed.
You know, I think if you told Oregon you're going to go into Salt Lake City and hold Utah to one goal, hold number 18 Utah to one goal after one period of play, they'd say, yeah, we'll take that. I think they played a very good first period. You know, obviously playing a very talented Utah team at the difference of divisions here, but a lot of hockey left to be played as they are by no means out of this game.
Yeah, we've only had one period.
Blocked.
One of the things that you know I've noticed as well is that depth is a big difference between D1 and D2. So it'll be interesting to see how they do in the second and third periods, because I suspect they won't have as much depth in their lines, the third and fourth line.
They are at altitude. This is a pass across the ice.
At altitude and on an Olympic-sized rink, so that could come into play as well.
It definitely could, as obviously Eugene is not in the middle of the Rocky Mountains, so they're closer to the
No,
Pacific
they're
Ocean.
pretty close to sea level.
So that could be a factor for the Ducks, but as of right now, no excuses at all. They're playing very well against a talented Utah team as the Utes dump that in, I should say, all the way down into the Duck defensive zone. Pass picked off there by Landon Kusik. He chases after it after losing possession. Langenbrunner along the boards there. So they do battle in the neutral zone. It's McKay Pond, the only goal scorer tonight. So he dumps it, and it's taken over by Slayton. Here come the Ducks the other way. There's a drop-off pass into the zone. They come 2-on-1 if they hurry. There's a pass, and it's just outside of the reach there of Liam Baird. Seeing a good chance for the Ducks to try and even this game up. Puck played along the boards as it skipped over McKay Pond's stick, as that was the intended receiver from the pass from Sam Brickley, as he now has the puck behind the Utah net. Saucer pass, misses the stick of the Utes once again, and it'll be icing against Utah.
So it looks like this line with Fortney and Rendell is probably their big scoring line, because looking at the top 5 scorers for Oregon, we've got Kurt Fortney with 3 goals and 13 assists, and his line mate Connor Rendell, kind of flip side, he's got 8 goals and 4 assists, and the two of them combined have 28 points. So in 11 games. So they're definitely this is the scoring line for Oregon.
This is going to probably be where you see, if this line's going to be where you're going to notice a lot of their big scoring chances will probably come from, their firepower.
And I'm also going to assume they're probably going to try and match them up with the Landon Kusik, Langenbrunner, McKay Pond line.
Absolutely.
Which is what we have right now.
That's exactly what you're seeing right now, is that puck goes all the way down into the Utah zone. Anderson's going to cover that one up, as there was some pressure coming on there from Charlie Maher.
He wasn't going to let that puck sit there unattended. He was going to give it some attention.
But yeah, Anita, you make an interesting point about the Canadians on the Oregon team, but also just in general on the University of Oregon squad. At least from our roster up here, there's only one player from the state of Oregon on their team. So this is a completely recruited team from all over.
A whole bunch of names from California, Southern California.
And the East Coast as well.
Yep.
Now here come the Utes into the Oregon zone, as it's Slater has a shot. It's wide and deflected in front as it was lost through a couple bodies.
Quite a few names from, like you said, Midwest and the East New England.
They're doing their recruiting, and very interesting to see. I mean, even on our squad, you have a handful of guys from Utah, but this is one of the first squads I've seen where they actually play. There's only one player from that state. That would be
that
Griffin
is
Mitchell from Springfield, Oregon.
And 6 players from Canada. We've got a player from BC, a couple guys from Alberta. Thought I saw Manitoba. Nope, Alberta. Yeah, Alberta and one kid from BC. But that is interesting that they don't have a lot of homegrown talent.
Yeah, I found that pretty interesting as well.
Because there's definitely some good hockey being played in Oregon, in the state of Oregon.
Absolutely. This is actually, I believe, one of the only university-sponsored hockey teams in Oregon, as Oregon State, the other flagship university of the state, does not have a hockey team, club or NCAA.
Oh, Oregon State does not.
Does not.
Interesting.
Here come the Utes the other way. As it's Chow. Lost the puck there. They're bouncing around a couple of times. Milik spins it around the boards. Music. Nahara. As the Ducks playing that one off the boards. Taken over by Nooner. Nice couple of moves there. At center ice. He skates it in, tries to dump it, but it's blocked by Caden Gordon.
Caden Gordon is a very tall, big kid. 6'1", 195.
Here comes Oregon. One-time pass broken up there by Light. Good job by him to get down there, and a duck goes into the net. But we continue to play on, but the net is literally...
The net is totally askew, and nobody seems to care.
You know what? Actually, I think...
Why do you think there was such a long delay?
I think they actually wanted to keep play going for Utah, because Utah would have been actually...
At a disadvantage if they'd stopped the play.
Yes, because they had the puck. So I'm not sure if that's an official rule. I've actually never seen that before.
It sure took a long time for them to blow the whistle, and he looked right at the goal, so he knew. It wasn't like he didn't know. He knew.
Everyone knew the net was off, but it was. I think it was almost like a power play or a delayed penalty situation when they just let them play on. Not sure what the official ruling is on that, but that's the first time I've ever seen that.
You'll see that in soccer, where if there's an advantage, they'll delay calling it, and then they'll have a drop ball. But they'll delay it so that as not to disadvantage the team that's got the ball. But I'd never seen that in hockey.
So here comes Oregon the other way. There's a shot. Good save. Anderson. Rebound loose, but it's kicked away there by Paulo.
And with that rebound, you can see the difference again between D1 and D2 goalies. Like, he controls the rebound. He knows where it's going to go. He sends it where he wants to go. It's not just bouncing off of him and landing wherever.
He played it right to Paulo, who was able to get the puck out, but now Oregon sends it back in. As it's Narvaez getting hacked at there by the Oregon Duck, Connor Rendell. Rendell chasing after it. That's now Michael Urtis, drops it off for Light. Here comes Light the other way across the blue line. That is a shot, it's blocked by Fix.
Ooh, that was a nifty little pass.
Pass in front.
Oh, Urtis almost had that deflection.
The other way, as he's pinned up along the boards now.
The Oregon defender laid himself out to break up that play.
Takes a shot, pad save by Bradford. Puck played along the boards. King centering pass tipped by an Oregon Duck, and here they come the other way. But they're just going to opt to take it slow and get a line change. Dix to Atlantic Kusick. Oregon on possession. Tape pass there to Pultz. And Sotejo stumps it in the zone. He's going to chase after it. This will be Utah player Espen Nelson. Picked off there by the Ducks. They try to center it, but good defense from Nelson from Utah. Dix.
Here comes Dix.
Skates it in. Centering pass. Deflects off a couple of sticks. A shot. Blocks there.
Ouch.
And Oregon sends it back the other way, and they are going to get a change. Puck in neutral zone. Paulo takes it backwards. Landon Kusik takes over, skates across the logo, shot, hits the stanchion, and
I think
the dash and goes up and out
I
of
think
play.
he was going for that bounce off the boards out to the front,
He's
which
done
they've
that
done a
before,
couple times.
yeah.
Yeah, he loves that trick.
Landon Kusik does that plenty of times, but it hits like the dash.
The
pops
metal,
right up.
yeah, and it just doesn't bounce. Actually, I saw a game. It was actually not a WCHL game. It was Quinnipiac. He actually bounced it off the goalie's pads to his teammate to try and get a goal.
And that's why.
And they almost had it. They
play
didn't score, but they almost.
NCAA D1.
Yeah.
That's next level right there.
So the goalie was down. He knew the goalie was immobile, and he bounced it right off the goalie's pads right to his waiting teammate.
Pond. Pass is picked off by Holtz. Oregon keeping the puck in the Utah zone, but now Brickley takes over. Taken away, a shot, and a couple
Boy,
of
that
fakes
was
there.
that was risky.
That was a dangerous chance.
That
there
puck
for-
got away from Brickley, and that almost cost him.
Landon Kusik hits his stick and goes to the Ducks as there's 3 Utes back. 2 Ducks are going to have to just dump it in and wait for some reinforcements to make their way down into the Utah zone. Urtis is getting out of the zone with some speed. He loses it, and it goes into the Oregon zone, taken over by Gordon. Gordon hit along the boards.
Music, nice shot.
And it'll be frozen up by Bradford.
Urtis is another player who I think is underrated. He's got some really good speed and excellent stick handling skills. He did fall down there. I was just about to say it, but I thought I'd wait until after the play. But I think he's underrated. He's a really good player.
He is one of the better players on this Utah team. He's had to deal with an injury so far this season, but he's back, and he, again, very impactful player. When he was gone, I think Utah missed his speed a lot. They still do have a lot of speed, in Wyatt Light, but
They're missing Ethan.
and Ethan as well, but it's good to see Michael Urtis back. He is. Utah has it in the Oregon end, but Ducks overpowering the Utes there, and they send it all the way down, but it'll go for an icing. Puck going back down into the Oregon end.
Again, another crisply played, fast-moving game. This has been a lot of fun to watch, and I am again really impressed that Oregon's just standing toe-to-toe with Utah. They're not getting the shots on goal, but they're certainly not rolling over.
I mean, if I told you the shots first,
right,
what would you say the score is?
Oh, 3-1.
Yeah, in Oregon, they're holding their own here, weathering the storm a little bit, but looking like a well put together hockey team so far this evening as they have a couple of shots.
Oh
Good
boy,
save
another
by
quick
Anderson.
one.
Puck's loose, and they
Good job by
freeze it up.
Anderson. That was a quick release. That would have surprised anybody.
And Utah shooting Oregon 6-1 halfway through the second period.
Yeah, Utah, I think now they need to really work on making the shots count. They've got plenty of shots on goal, but they need to start making sure they actually go in, because with 20 shots on goal, there should be more than one up on the scoreboard. Those are not quality chances, I'm afraid.
As Oregon dumps it in.
And when the score, as you know, when the score is only 1-0, it just takes one accident for the score to suddenly be even up, and then Oregon can get ahead.
Utah knows that all too well from series of playing very good teams like UNLV and Arizona State.
Oh,
Arizona.
God. Sorry, that was a really clumsy line change, and the puck was stuck right by the door over there.
Holds a shot, good save Anderson, he's gonna freeze it up.
Nice hip check there by, who was that? I want to say Alex King, but I don't think that's who it was.
So face off in the Utah zone. Hugh Anderson's left. As Utah wins, and it's kept out to high stick though.
Boy, that sure looked like high stick, but no whistle.
And tape to tape there to Urtis. boards. Has a hit there on Pultz. And Oregon's able to get it out. Bouncing puck settled down there by Noonan, as now it's Light.
Ooh, nice little pass to Paulo.
To Paulo. As Oregon, nice saucer pass there across the zone, and there's no one home though for them. Well, there's actually a drop-off pass. I take that back here. They come into the zone. Nice shot.
Oof.
And it goes wide. That was actually a pretty smooth setup there from Oregon.
That was a smooth setup. And it's still a smooth setup. They're cycling that puck really well.
And here they come, a stretch pass outside
Whoa.
of the reach of White. And
White kind of lost his footing there.
It was actually trying to drag his foot so he wasn't offside because the pass was so much in front of him, but it doesn't matter. It went for an icing anyways.
Kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Offsides or icing, which is it going to be? If you get there to beat the icing, you'll be
Actually,
offsides.
Yeah, it was most likely going for icing either way there, but 8:10 to go here in the second. King takes the draw for the Utes, and it'll be against Fortney for Oregon as Fortney wins it. Oregon has possession just outside of the reach of a player's stick there, and now here is Wyatt Light.
He's got a little chance.
Mano with the defender, makes a nice move through the legs. He's still keeping his momentum going, but good defense there by the Ducks to keep him from doing anything, as he thought might as well make a couple of moves as everyone else was behind him on the Utes. Wasn't able to get a 2-on-1, but here come the Ducks into the Utah zone. They stick handle. It's Cole Music. He skates it across the blue line. Moves it off there. And now it's Langenbrunner, but didn't get to the net. It was taken away by an Oregon Duck by Toby Fix. And that puck sails way out of play to the fans, and someone's going home with a souvenir tonight.
Or maybe a mouthful of broken teeth. That one whizzed into the stands.
If you want something soft and limited, listen to Robbie. He's got check marks. For those of you who can
So 7 minutes to go in the second period. Utah still leading 1-0 against the University of Oregon. As it's Pultz. Forward pass, and it's going to go for an icing as the stretch pass didn't quite work that time, but
So the shots are evening up this period. Looks like Utah has 6 shots on goal. Utah has 6 and Oregon has 4. So fewer shots, fewer scoring chances. But Oregon's up their shot on goal numbers as well.
as they now win the face-off, Oregon that is. As Pultz sends it behind the net, around the boards. Utah takes over, however. Langenbrunner. Noonan's at the point. Pass over to Landon Kusick. Centers it to Langenbrunner. He sends it back over to Pond because nothing was available. Landon Kusick stick handling, beats a man, skates it down low. He's still maintaining possession. Paulo at the point, dumps it in, but it's hitting a couple Oregon Ducks, which is causing it to go back further into the
There you
zone.
go.
Shot and a good
Nice
save.
one-timer by Pond.
As tensions flare after the whistle.
Here we go. Somebody's going to go to the box.
I was watching it the whole. This time I got to see all of it, and it started off with an Oregon player pushing Langenbrunner in the back, and then Langenbrunner slashing back.
And unfortunately, when you retaliate, you usually get busted.
Well, Langenbrunner's laughing, and I would be too, because that's a ridiculous call. Oregon should be going to that. Oregon did start that, but Utah will be going to the penalty kill once again.
And Oregon has not done too well on their power plays. They're only converting 22.45% of their power plays, and that's going to be up against penalty killing by Utah, where they're up at 67.39. So Utah ought to be able to hold their own on this one.
Utah penalty number 15 to the slashing.
So it's a slashing call against Langenbrunner. Oregon going back to the power play. This is only the second penalty of the game, and both have been committed by Utah. As now the Ducks play the puck point to point. They have a shot, and Anderson makes a nice save through traffic. And now here comes Wyatt Light the other way.
Thank you, linesman, for the assist.
Looking backwards for some teammates. He waits for King, but
Oh,
great
he
defense.
almost had it.
Great defense there from the Ducks as Baird was able to stay home and break it up. But Utah getting some extended zone time here to waste some time on the Oregon power play. Oregon finally does get it out, and they go back the other way. Crows there for the Ducks, and it goes all the way out. Landon Kusick chasing that puck in, beating all the Ducks down there, but Bradford came out to play it, and Oregon takes over. They skate in.
54 seconds left on the penalty kill for Utah.
And they're in the zone now. Oregon a shot in the slot. Doesn't get to the net though. Good defense by Utah. Looks like it was Noonan on the block. And here, the bench for Utah, pleased with Noonan blocking the shot for their team as the pass that goes through the zone. 30 seconds to go in the Oregon power play. Utah gets that puck out, and Erdis will be the first one in the zone as it'll force Bradford to come out and play it.
Utah doing a really good job too on changing up their line in this penalty kill, just a couple at a time, and picking a time when it's not going to hurt them to have the men changing on the ice. A little scrum in the corner.
Scrum in the boards. 3 Ducks, 2 Utes down there.
And that's it. Penalty's over.
And Langenbrunner's out of the box. He gets the pass out of the box, and it just skips over his stick.
That would have been a nice little breakaway, but just a little too much mustard on that
He was calling
one.
for it as soon as he got out of the box. He saw that. Now it's Utah in the Oregon zone. A pass up top to Narvaez. He has a shot. It's deflected. Pass to the center to Pond, but it's taken
Pond
over.
just misses that one.
Oregon making a line change. Landon Kusick dumps it in. He's hit hard along the boards there by Gordon. 3:35 to go in the second period. Still a 1-0 game. One of the lowest scoring affairs we've seen this season for Utah, at least.
That's a good point. It's a very low scoring game for this season.
Now it's Oregon. Pulls a shot. Good save.
Wow.
By Anderson.
I don't know how he saw that. There was like 6 bodies in the way.
Anderson's black Utah mask goes very well with these black jerseys. His new mask, it's very sharp.
He did. He got a nice little paint job on that helmet this season.
As Oregon wins the draw, they have a shot, and it's gloved up by
Another one.
Anderson.
So I think at this point now it's even up. If I'm counting right, Oregon's got 6 shots on goal as well now, to 6 by Utah. They really stepped up. We have a penalty coming up.
Yeah, that will be against
Slashing
Utah.
against Utah. You
Dylan
guys
Dix.
just finished killing the first one. Oh, it's Dylan Dix. He's also laughing.
I didn't see that one, but the
I
first
didn't see
one
that one either.
definitely should have been 4-on-4. This one, if it's Dylan Dix, he's known to have had plenty of penalty minutes before, so maybe it happened.
Yes, he's
No.
probably our leading penalty
But-
minute person on the Utah team.
Either way, not questioning the merit of these referees, but he'll go to the box for slashing. As Oregon goes back to the power play. 3 power plays for them. They are 0 for 2 so far. As they skated in and set it around the boards. Utah's penalty kill getting lots of attention tonight. Get to
They're
try
getting
and
quite a lot of work out tonight.
improve their kill for next semester, as this weekend actually is the last weekend of the fall semester for the Utes. They will be done until January, when, so basically about a month is, I think, actually a little bit more than a month is
Like
their next game.
mid-January. Yeah, it'll be mid-January before they actually have their first game for the new year.
And thankfully they have a lot of home games. But there's a big collision between Light, and there's a hand pass. And it looks like the face-off will come out of the Utah zone, maybe go even into the Oregon zone.
Hit him so hard he knocked his glove off.
Bit of a yard sale going on there.
Yeah.
King taking the draw for the Utes. Face-off won by Utah. Light almost loses the net. As Oregon takes over once again. They are on the power play. They have just over a minute to go on that. Here comes Pultz. He skates it all the way down. One-time pass through the slot, and nothing comes of that. Anderson having a hard time grabbing his stick as he lost it there.
Yeah, the Oregon
He
defender
winds up and a nice
picked
save.
it up just in time. The Oregon defender ran into him, knocked him down, he dropped his stick, but he got up just in time to make the save.
That was a nice quality chance there for Oregon. They got a nice wide open shot there. Rendell did that. That is for the Ducks, and you can't really let them get open shots like that. Thankfully, Rendell shot it right at Anderson's
right in the numbers.
Anderson's chest protector, so he's able to get that one nice and easy, but don't want that to happen again, or else he might pick the corner.
And it's only a one goal game. That's when those little accidents, when they happen, that's, was it Murphy's Law, right?
As the Ducks have it in the Utah zone after they win a face-off, they have a shot. Good save, Anderson. 30 seconds to go on the Oregon Ducks power play.
And we're running down to just a minute and a half left in the period.
And Kusick takes over the puck for Utah. He's going to skate it back into the Oregon zone. He's almost
1-on-4.
Quadruple team there. Is a shot that goes wide. Shot there from Noonan, and it's blocked. Tape to Landon Kusick, makes a nice move. It's the neutral zone, makes another nice move at this neutral zone. He skates it in, digs out, back to full strength on the Utes as a shot, and it's covered up by Bradford.
So one thing that is noticeable is that Oregon does not have anybody with the skill level of the Che Landon Kusick in terms of stick handling and
If they do,
skating.
we haven't really seen it too much. I mean, there has been some nice moves there. I mean, Landon Kusick just single-handedly beat two players. Now, not much came of it, but still, he's got good stick handling.
Yeah.
Quick wrist says that puck gets out. Brickley's got a man on him. Nice pin there by Fortney from Oregon as he pins up Brickley along the boards. Here comes Landon Kusick, 50 seconds to go. Pass to Paulo, broken up there by Gordon. 45 to go in the period as McKay Pond backhands it. Utah has to get on side though. Oregon on possession. Gordon behind the net. Landon Kusick vying to take it away there, but Gordon danced around him as now it's Utah in possession. Brickley tries to dump it in. It's taken over by Oregon. Here they come down the ice. It's Baird. They have a shot. They score! Connor Rendell evens the game for the Ducks. It's 1-1.
The Ducks' leading goal earner, Connor Rendell, moves his number of goals from 8 to 9 and ties up the game with 13 and a half seconds left.
And like I was saying, Rendell was the one who got the open shot about a minute or two ago, and there you go. You give him another tic-tac-toe sort of opportunity, and the game's tied up.
And he's not the guy you should be letting have those chances. And he's the most. He and Fortney are going to be the most dangerous. Well, actually, Charnholm, who doesn't. I don't think Charnholm dressed today, but Baird is right up there with him with 4 goals and 4 assists, and he was the one who had the assist on that. So that's a dangerous combination there.
As King with the puck now. He gets it out as the horn's going to sound, and that ends the second period. Both teams giving each other tastes of their own medicine as Utah scores with less than a minute to go in the first. Oregon scores with less than a minute to go in the second, which means the game is tied up at 1 here in Salt Lake City. And we should have some good hockey coming up in the third period if these first two periods are any indication. So we'll take a quick break, as well as the players, and we'll be back with more hockey from Salt Lake City between the University of Oregon and the University of Utah. Stay right there. We'll be right back in just a few moments.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give everybody out there. So we'll remarks.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Sea of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
Time, no trip. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to real world experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you listen,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
Though we might faint and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab and walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab and walk and see.
Thanks for calling the Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier, so I want to take my family on a vacay, which is short for vacation. Hope you don't mind the abbreviations. I'm just short of time today, so I need to sort of hurry things along. Just a few simple questions for you. They call Salt Lake Ski City, but you do ski in the mountains, right? I'm just picturing myself skiing down the sidewalk there next to the shops. Knowing my luck, I'll do one of my big flips and end up in the traffic. So I don't want that to be the case. Look, I've got to go. You're really keeping me here. Although I will say, I'm going to see your Utah Jazz play a basketball game. And I've heard there's a couple of Australians in the team. So here's my question. Are they causing you any trouble? I just had a thought. The average snowfall near Salt Lake is 500 inches. If I was to utilise all of that to build a giant snow person, would that be majestic or a bit scary? Oh, hey, listen, just quietly. I'm a big family guy. You know that, I've told you that. But after a few days with them, I'm going to need a drink. That's legal, right? I hear Utah has the youngest population of any state. So if I was to head down to one of your hot rockin' clubs or a social event, would there be a youth person in there that might be able to explain Snapchat to me? My kids just won't do it. Now, I've heard there's a bit of a Sharks versus Jets rivalry between the skiers and the snowboarders. And if I made that movie, would you watch it? Ooh, when was your last Yeti sighting? Are you getting all this, by the way? I'm assuming you can rewind. The Utah state bird is a California gull. I mean, even you've got to admit that is confusing. I guess that's more of a statement than a question, but still I thought I'd bring it up. Now, your Ski City Super Pass, I take it that's part of the Marvel Universe. If I get that, will people call me the Winter Soldier Man? I really wish you could see this. All right, well, this will be costing me, so I better go. Thanks for everything. Bye.
Hi, this is Beth from the Salt Lake Visitor Center calling you back to answer your questions. First off, yes, you can absolutely drink here. We'd prefer if you ski in the mountains, and I'm happy to call you Winter Soldier. Thanks for calling the Salt Lake Visitor Center. If you have any questions, please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Hello! I tell you what, I'm just going to put you on speaker. All right, a little about me. I'm a bit of a phenomenal skier, so I want to take my family on a vacay, which is short for vacation. Hope you don't mind the abbreviations. I'm just short of time today, so I need to sort of hurry things along. Just a few simple questions for you. They call Salt Lake Ski City, but you do ski in the mountains, right? I'm just picturing myself skiing down the side. Walk there next to the shops. No.
each other after the whistle.
There's a friendly chat. There wasn't even any shoving involved, just a little bit of face-to-face time.
And it'll be Michael Erdis, 14 versus 14 in the face-off dot, and also Isaiah Strategios. Face-off won by Oregon, but a shot from Music. Good save. The puck's still loose in front, but no Utes crashed
Nobody
in the
there
net
to pick it up, yeah.
Slater pins a guy along the boards. As it's Slater. Point to point, a shot, they score! Stephen Polo, a shot from the point, deflects in, and Utah takes a 2-1 lead.
Did that go off a defender? Because that took a weird bounce.
And whoever went off of it counts the same. It's 2-1 Utah.
Because Bradford kind of turned around like, what? And then the puck was bounced around, yeah.
And so Utah.
It looked like he had that near post covered, and it just kind of looked like it bounced over him and squeezed between him and his like ribs and the near post. But yeah, good job, good deal.
And so Paulo with the shot, if it was deflected by one of his own teammates, it'll go
33 seconds in, woohoo!
It'll go to that teammate, but Utah very quickly taking a 2-1 lead in the third period. Paulo will get credit for the goal, and Utah will take over. Not even a minute into the period. A lot of the scoring done at the ends of the periods. The ends and beginnings of the period, I guess.
Right. Both ends and not in the middle.
The meat of the period sees no goals, I guess, tonight, at least so far.
I think Utah needs to turn on the gas and start just pounding the goal.
And whoa, there's a...
Whoa! Everybody's going down.
Now. If the referees use the same logic that was used here about a month or so ago, Bradford punched one of our players. Anderson did that and got kicked out of the game. Bradford looks like he's going to stay in the game, but...
Nope, he gets to stay.
He gets to stay, but I'm just saying, we've seen that before, and we've seen misconduct come from it. So.
And it's important to note that goalies, should not be getting into any fracas. I mean, they're heavily padded up. They're not going to get hurt, and they shouldn't be getting involved in fracas. In fact, I believe this rule still exists. If the goalie leaves his crease in some sort of scrum, that's a DQ right there.
And Paulo might even be saying like, hey, like we've seen this happen before, and our goalie got kicked out. And
Landon Cusick Landon Cusick was backing up and fell over, and he's in the box.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was very odd because Landon Cusick was clearly backing up. And got pushed over, and for some reason he gets to go to the box. Very odd. Very, very odd.
I just don't understand the difference in logic between the punches, but sometimes I just won't understand, I guess. And we'll just leave it at that.
We're not going to understand. We're just going to be up here. We're just going to be up here just talking away, jib-jabbering away.
Either way, we're going to have a 4-on-4 for 2 minutes between both these squads. More ice to skate with, more room for some passes and setups here.
But as I said, I think this is now time for Utah to just assert themselves and turn on the scoring machine. And let's just throw a couple more quick goals in there.
Put the game to bed and call it a night.
Yeah.
But Oregon is definitely going to have something to say about that. Like you've been saying all night, Anita, they're one goal away, one bounce away, one mishap away from being tied in this game and possibly sending it to overtime or even coming back and winning the game. So Utah has to take care of business here and
to be honest, that's how it kind of felt like that goal that Oregon scored was miscues by Utah. That Utah was out of position, which is how Oregon was able to score their one goal so far.
That's a good team. If you take advantage of the other team's mistakes, that's what makes a good hockey team. I mean, that's what you see. I mean, we've seen that before from plenty of high-ranked teams done that to us. So, now here comes Light the other way.
Come on, Wyatt.
Nice little move there. As he didn't necessarily interfere the player there, as you saw him play the body before the puck, but wasn't necessarily interference as he gave himself some room to pick that puck up and then make a move. There's a slot pass that's taken away by the Ducks. Oregon dumps it in.
25 seconds left in the penalty for both teams.
Nice move there in the corner. That looks like Josh Narvaez. King doing a nice job trying to get the puck away from Strategos. As it's Narvaez once again. Narvaez skating with it.
And thus ended the penalty.
Both teams will be back to full strength. 5-on-5 hockey once again. Oregon skates it in. Langenbrunner, 3-on-3 here. Tape to tape to Pond, back to Langenbrunner. Shot, pad, and glove save by Bradford. 16:23 to go in the third period. Utah recently gaining a 1-goal lead over the Oregon Ducks. As it'll be Landon Kusik with the puck. Narvaez, excuse me, Langenbrunner, he has a shot, saved, and the puck is still loose. As we thought that'd be blown dead.
I thought that got covered, but
Yeah,
apparently
I thought so
not.
too. And Oregon will take over. Here they come into the zone if they hurry. Got a 2-on-1, they have a shot, gloved up by Anderson, and he makes it look easy.
And that was not an easy shot. I mean, that was quick. That had some speed on it. He just made it look like nothing. Better eyes than me.
Me too. I mean, he's able to track down a lot of stuff through traffic as well, and he's really developed as a goaltender. It's been fantastic to see.
Best of all, I believe he's only a sophomore, right?
I think he's
or is he a junior?
I think he's a junior, and I'm not sure if the ACHA gave them an extra year. I think they did get an extra year of eligibility, so technically, I guess you could say he's playing as a sophomore if he.
So we get him for another.
If he wants to exercise that extra year, we would get him. I think he's playing as a sophomore technically, if that's what he chooses to do.
So we get him for at least another season, maybe two.
And that's the good thing for Utah is he's been the clear-cut starter for them since 2 years ago. It looked like he worked on his game a lot during COVID as well, during the pause, I guess you could say. So there's a shot. There's a duck there on the doorstep waiting to cash in, but fortunately for Utah, it goes wide. There's a huge hit in the corner down there by Dylan Dix, but it's taken away by Oregon, and they're lucky that they didn't get a penalty for that, as Dix, I think, almost like hooked that duck down there, and Oregon maybe
kind of wrapped him around.
Power play there, yeah, that was maybe a hold or a hook, but regardless, Utah very fortunate that they don't get called for that one.
It was loud, though.
As puck goes deeper into the Utah zone. Urtis chasing it down as Crows tries to apply the body on him. 14:40 to go. Puck skids across the logo with Wyatt Light putting pressure on Slayton. And now it's Oregon the other way. They dump it in.
Yeah, Oregon's going for a line change. They're not going to really do much.
Minchin for the Ducks. The Oregon native chases the puck in for them. The only Oregon native on this team, I should say.
Oh, nice lead pass to Wyatt. He just couldn't quite handle it.
As Noonan tried to get a pass going, but it was tipped, so out of play, and
face off.
The clock will stop. We'll get a face off as well.
Lots of action, right, to open the second period, or excuse me, third period here.
Indeed, as Utah first got that lead goal, and then now just going back and forth here. As here comes Landon Kusik. He skates it across the line as a shot. It goes wide off the boards.
Oh!
Langenbrunner tried to...
Just missed a chance there.
cash in off that rebound off the boards. Unable to do so, however, and now it's Landon Kusick once again in the neutral zone. He just dumps it in, and McKay Pond chasing that puck down into the zone as it's Poltz and Pond. Here come the Ducks. Shot by Poltz.
Ooh, that went sky high.
Pops right up.
Surprised that didn't end up in the netting, but it just went up and came down. Nice.
Tape pass into the zone. It's Utah.
Nice.
Pond, a one-time
Nice.
shot. Good save by Bradford on the pad. Brickley a slap shot through traffic.
Nice.
Save Bradford. The puck's still loose behind the net. And Oregon's able to get the puck away to stop Utah from crashing and potentially gaining a 2-goal lead. Paulo, stick handles, got a man on. Brickley dumps it all the way in. And Urtis beats the icing. You see his speed there. Tries to get a pass going to Bo Slater, but it's picked off. Brickley keeps it in. Gets it to Slater. Urtis takes over. Centering
another
pass.
centering pass.
Just off the mark. Unable to convert are the Utes as there's another play by Ryan Worth. Pass to the point. Music a shot. It pops up, and Bradford, the goalie for Oregon, did not know where it was for a majority of time there. He's kind of just waiting for the puck to come down.
He
But
just had to wait for it to come to earth.
it came down, but just further away from him. He didn't notice it. Utah couldn't have really taken an opportunity there as Oregon played some good defense. But regardless, it's Paulo applying the body there in the corner. 12 minutes to go in the third. Paulo off the boards. And that puck skips over the stick of Urtis, only for the puck to be played back to him by Worth. As the Ducks come in, it's Gordon. Makes a couple of moves. At the blue line, skates it in. Gordon has a turnover there, and it comes,
Here comes
to
Wyatt.
White. He skates it in. Puck on his stick. Looks like Utah really trying to turn it on here. Nice poke check
that's a
there
nice
from
poke
the Oregon
check.
D. Nice. Charnholm. Millick. Pumps it all the way in. King. Fine body there. And Fix. Now it's Dix. With the
Nice
puck.
move by Diggs.
Pass it to King. Really nice pass.
Nice
Here comes
pass.
Wyatt Light across the blue line. Makes a move, but is overpowered as now it's Millick. Has a shot, and the whistle's going to blow. Nut came off its morning. 10:48 to go in the third period. Seven shots for Utah this period to Oregon's 4. As Oregon takes over after the draw. Big hit along the boards, and it's sent all the way down for Anderson to glove it up. .36 to go in the third.
Yeah, as we get closer and closer to within this, like, under the 10-minute mark, I'm nervous about this 1-goal lead. I'd really like Utah to put one more up on the board to feel a little bit more comfortable.
I think they're going to need one more. I really think Oregon might actually be able to strike again, obviously.
Because they've had some chances.
They've had
some close calls.
Obviously, it's, you don't want to say that Utah's going to give up another one, but I think you're right, Anita. The same way I said that for the UNLV game, that first game on that Friday night a couple weeks ago, I think Utah needs another one to win this game. I don't think this 1-goal lead, I agree with you, I don't think it'll carry them to the victory. So, but you can tell they're really pushing for it. I think Morgan Feeney feels the same way as there's a shot.
Oh, Landon Kusick loses an edge and loses the puck.
That puck goes into the Oregon zone. It's Gordon.
And it's pretty clear that Oregon has kind of the same mentality. They know they only need one to even it up, and they're pressing hard.
They are pressing hard, and they want a chance at beating a D1 team. They want to prove themselves they want to prove they belong.
Exactly. And we don't want to be the D1 team to give it to them.
Exactly, right.
Let somebody else give it to them.
As it's music, a shot deflected. It goes high.
Let it be
and wide.
Colorado or somebody.
One of our rivals, maybe ASU. As there's a shot, it's deflected by the glove of a Utah defender. And Landon Kuzik skates it out. Here they come.
Whoops.
And that's offside for Utah. Yep. And mishap
Landon
there at the blue
Kuzik
line.
lost the handle on that.
.9:24 to go in the third period. And you get the official announcement from Justin Long. The football team beats the University of Oregon 38-10 in the Pac-12 championship football game. So Utah will more than likely be heading to Pasadena, California to play for the Roses in the Rose Bowl against either Ohio State or Michigan, or maybe another team that's up in the air. Usually it's the top in the Big Ten, the top in the Pac-12 that don't make the college football playoff. So good night for Utah. Maybe a little bit of a school sweep tonight. Utah going for the beat of the win over Oregon in hockey, obviously, right now. So in case you're watching our broadcast over the football one, which you appreciate greatly if you are, that was the update from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Maybe you're switching between channels.
I mean, I think objectively hockey's a better sport, but maybe I'm in the minority.
Objectively, of course. We're not biased or anything.
But there's a shot, it goes wide. Just thought update the viewers out there if you're so kind enough to be tuning into our broadcast this evening, as Utah has possession of the puck. And a nice tip there by the stick of an Oregon Duck defender. Or excuse me, I should say winger. He's playing at the point there as that puck hits the stick of Worth, and he does a great job just getting his, he just camps out the blue line, gets a stick on that puck, and he gets off the ice for a change. That's the textbook. Get the puck in deep, get a change, get press legs out there. As now it's Poltz and Gordon. I would assume the top defensive pairing for the Ducks, as they've been putting in overtime tonight.
Yes.
They're getting paid time and a half, huh?
Yeah, or something. Or something. Yeah, they've definitely been the defensive pairing we've seen the most on the ice. They've got to be getting tired. You know, by tomorrow, there'll be 3 games in a row, 3 nights in a row. So you got to wonder if the altitude and the third day, the fatigue will start setting in.
That's also a very good point. Usually when you come and play a weekend series, it's a 2-game series. But yeah, that's a very good point.
And we know USU must have pushed them.
No, absolutely. With 4-3 game, very close game. They, more goals scored there than here as of right now. But yeah, that's a good point. They might be a little bit tired, and yeah, the altitude, playing 3 games in 3 days. You don't really even see that in the pros very often. That's a lot to do.
And they're a long ways from home, and they had a bus ride from yesterday to today. And granted, it wasn't very far; it was only Logan, but
and then they had to get here obviously from Eugene, so they could be tired. That's a good point. As the Ducks bring it out, it's Gordon, none other than.
Speaking of,
he's been out on the ice for quite a while here. At least seems like he is. He's out there for the Ducks. 7:20 to go in the third. There's a shot, good save, Anderson, rebound loose, and Utah does a great job forwarding the Ducks' opportunity, just getting that puck out of the slot. And Slayton gives it to his teammate, Maher. Nice defense there from Brickley. Brickley also playing a lot more than typically we see.
Yes.
I mean, he's another player who's developed significantly this season, playing a lot better hockey. He's just growing as a hockey player. But yes, a lot of Sam Brickley tonight for the Utes, and he's been having himself a pretty good game, I would say.
Yeah, no, he has, and I think he seems to maybe taking the spot of the person we've seen a few times is oh shoot, what's his name? White, Karsten White, who was out a lot in the early part of the season, if I recall correctly.
And here comes the Utes as Langenbrunner gets the puck. He skates it in.
But Brickley getting some more time and playing well with the
Definitely
the more
playing well.
time.
I agree. He's been definitely developing this whole season. As now Utah has the puck, Manicusic to Langen runner.
And it looks like they have him there in Ethan Light's spot as well. I think that was the person I think that's the line he's in. Because it used to be the Light King line.
McKay. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, here comes the Ducks. A turnover. Nice save there.
Nice save
by Anderson.
By Anderson.
And Dick's making sure that Juarez Crows gets away from Anderson immediately after. And Anderson smartly just skates away.
Yeah, he just skates away. It's like, hey, leave me out of this. It could be because right now I think we are a little bit short in our backup goalies. Our backup goalie's been a little bit banged up.
He's probably gotten, when he got kicked out of that game a couple weeks ago, I'm sure he knows that he'll never do that again or else he will get scolded probably. But
in fact, because of that, he's now in 6th place in penalty minutes on the team. Unusual for a goalie. Thanks to that, Major.
But one of our producers said it best. As a goaltender in hockey, it stinks, but you can't be touched by anyone, and you can't touch anyone.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. You cannot get involved in the scrapping.
Yeah, a nice glove save there by Anderson. 5.5 minutes to go in the third.
I was going to say before that happened too, he made a great save when the rebound came out, bounced, and he just gloved it to get, to basically take it out of play. Just really some very nice glove work and quick thinking.
Again, we got the 14s facing off in the face-off dot. As the 14 from Oregon will prevail on that one, as there's a nice pad save by Anderson as Music took over. There's a hit along the boards there from Utah. Later
another
hit
hit
along the boards by Gordon. My goodness, it seems like he's just out there all the time as there's a little bit of a scrum going on there between the 14s. As I was just talking about. Erdis and Strategos. And Erdis will definitely go to the box, and it looks like both will actually go to the box.
That looks like it to be offsetting.
Offsetting rubber cut.
He didn't like it. Is that Gordon? Yeah, Gordon is an alternate. Oh, no, not Gordon. Holtz, the alternate captain, is complaining mightily.
Not too happy about the call. Taking quite a bit of time here to get puck drop.
Kind of taking some time to get sorted out. And yeah, it's 4-4. I was saying, I only see 3. I only see 3 Oregon
There's
players.
another Oregon player talking to the officials right now at center ice.
Oh, there he is. Okay. It's like, when did that happen?
Looks like they're not too happy about what's going on.
Yeah, that's Rendell.
That puck's dropped. And Utah wins the faceoff but out of the zone. Hit on Noonan, and the Utah bench wants a call.
But no whistle.
Nothing there.
Did look like he shoved him in the back, but oh well. Play on.
As Oregon has the puck here, and another 4-on-4, lots of ice to skate with. As Oregon has possession. Gordon.
Ooh, he coughed that one up. Here comes Wyatt.
There they go. Shot gets saved by Holtz. Actually, maybe I've been calling Caden Gordon the wrong person all night. Looks like we have Hunter Voiles is 13 on our roster.
Oh yes,
maybe.
they had a couple of late roster changes that we had to scribble out. So sorry about that.
As it'll be Rendell now. So shot.
Ooh, weird
There's
bounce.
Shot in front, a little bit of weird bounce in front. The puck's still loose, but Anderson made a couple of big saves.
Good job, Anderson, because that bounced out, and I think he was expecting to squirt off to the side. Instead, it slid right in front of him into the crease. That could have been scary. One bounce away from going in.
That was very close to going in, and the Ducks come back the other way.
26 seconds left in the offsetting penalties.
And there's a shot from the high slot. A good save by Anderson.
Oh man,
Can't
Anderson
find
lost
it.
the puck, yeah. It went off either his chest pad or maybe his blocker, went straight up in the air, and he's looking down at the ice when it was actually back behind him over his shoulder.
The shot by Landon Kruzik gets patted away there.
So I'm wondering, do you think that Oregon's going to pull their goalie when this penalty is over?
I think they'll give it a minute or two more. Right around the 1:45 mark is when I think they'll give him a yank and get the extra attacker out there. Yank that goaltender for
Because the
6
way
guys,
they're
6-on-5
playing,
advantage.
I mean, 6 guys could actually, an extra player could actually be a big advantage.
They just
for
got to
them.
get an extended period of time in the Utah
Right.
zone. They just haven't had that. Utah's been keeping it down on the
Right.
our right side of the ice. From our vantage point, as Oregon now takes over. You can imagine Oregon will call a timeout at the next whistle as well. I see one of their coaches grabbing a whiteboard, so wouldn't be surprised if we see that.
And they got the door open, so I think they're looking for a chance to pull the goalie. So anyway, the Oregon bench had the door open. We're looking for that opportunity.
Utah is just going to try and play keep away and waste the time.
Exactly.
Burn that clock out.
Exactly.
So there's 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in regulation time.
Oh, no, that was just a line change. My mistake. So they do a line change, and looks like Bradford's going to stay put.
For now, he's staying put. 2 minutes to go. That's a big hit. Noonan has the puck, backhands it out to Pond. Oregon plays it back towards Noonan. Now it's Dix. Backhands it into the Utah zone. Bouncing puck in front of Bradford, but it goes behind. It's McKay Pond. Puck in the corner, a minute and a half to go. Oregon's got to start thinking about pulling Bradford right about now, but they just haven't had the chance to.
There's no way he can leave right now.
Utah's been doing a pretty good job of just keeping the puck in the Oregon zone. Bradford looking to the bench.
Oh, he's waving. Yeah, he's waved to the bench.
And there he goes.
Now, there he goes.
Here comes Oregon into the Utah zone. Shot, that just misses the top corner of the net. Oregon has 6 skaters, 1 minute to go. There's not been a whistle in the final 3 minutes of this game. It's Fortney. It's the slot, and it's been knocked loose. Another shot
block. Nice block.
Big block there from McKay Pond. Big time block.
Oh, and he breaks the stick. So he's got to go to the bench.
There's a shot, good save. Anderson in front. The puck's still loose, but it's kicked out
now
wide.
2 sticks are down. It's one of the
Urs
Oregon
couldn't get
players lost his stick.
Urs couldn't get his stick on the puck there, and it stays in the Utah zone. 25 seconds to go. As Light tries to make a move, he loses his stick. Everyone's losing sticks.
It's just yard sale, stick sale, everyone.
As it'll be Oregon.
Probably this is a last chance, right? Here we go.
9 seconds. Here they come. Broken up by
Oh,
Utah.
boy, here we go.
Comes Light for the empty netter. Backhands it. He scores! Yes. Wyatt Light putting the game on ice for the Utes.
That's the gamble you take when you pull your goalie. And that was Smart's game by Light. He knew they didn't have to have the greatest shot. All he had to do was just aim carefully, backhand it in there, and not a ton of speed on it, but enough to get it in.
He slides it right in, and the Utes will take a 3-1 lead. And with 2 seconds left in the game, you can confidently say that the University of Utah has beaten Oregon tonight in hockey and in football. Program, I guess you could say. But
I'll tell you that Oregon put up a pretty impressive showing, though. That 2-goal difference is only because of the empty net goal. So.
And the 14s are talking to each other in the middle of the ice again after the game. They're just talking right now.
I'm sure they're just talking.
Erdis is saying, "I'll see you tomorrow. Go get your sleep." And the Utes celebrating down there by Anderson. And that was a very well game play. But yes, Anita, that was a good point. As Oregon put up a very good showing for being in a men's Division II team and there being somewhat of a gap. Like that was a really good game played by both sides. They line up for the handshake, but King is saying
looks like we're gonna do.
King is saying we do that at the end of the second game, but they salute each other and.
I mean, if you're Oregon, I think you should go into that locker room feeling pretty happy and pretty proud of yourself.
Their coach is going to go in that locker room and say we can beat this team tomorrow. I mean, obviously you say that about every team you play, but this is a game that they were involved in, and they were very close.
They were never out of it.
Yeah, they were never out of the game
never out of it.
until Wyatt Light eventually put in that game-winning empty net goal, and then they were only out of it with 2 seconds to go in the entire game. So I mean, Oregon, credit to them, they played a great game. But the Utes getting another win on their season, as they are ranked number 18 in the ACHA right now, and they're adding to that win total. But for tonight, that's about all the time we have left here in Salt Lake City. We really appreciate you tuning in tonight, especially with everything else going on in the Utah athletics world. So thank you so much for tuning in from the bottom of our hearts, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast between the University of Oregon and the University of Utah. These two teams back at it again tomorrow night at 7:30. If you're in the Salt Lake area, coming out to the Salt Lake Sports Complex, get yourself some tickets.
Teddy Bear Toss
And
tomorrow.
it's the Teddy Bear Toss tomorrow for the men's 2 game at 4:30, the men's 1 game at 7:30, as the men's 2 team playing Brigham Young in a rivalry game, and Utah playing Oregon once again in game 2. So we'll take a break for the night. We'll be back tomorrow with some more ACHA hockey from Salt Lake City, Utah. Thanks again for tuning in. This is Patrick again signing off from Salt Lake City, Utah, saying so long and good night. Utes win 3-1 over the University of Oregon.